The Battle of Rio Nuevo occurred on the 25th of June 1658 on the island of Jamaica between Spanish forces under Cristóbal Arnaldo Isasi and English forces under Governor Edward.It. In the battle lasting over 2 days, the invading Spanish were routed. It is the largest battle to be fought on Jamaica. Background: in 1655, an English force led by Admiral Sir William Penn and General Robert Venable seized the island, and successfully held it against 2 Spanish attempts to retake it. The former Spanish governor of Jamaica, Don Cristóbal Arnaldo Isasi, attempted to recapture the island with forces from Cuba in the summer of 1657, but the attack was repulsed by acting Governor Colonel Edward.It. On the 20th of May 1658, Isasi attempted another invasion with more men recruited from New Spain, the Tercios Mexicano. Isasi also had at his disposal 4 troop transports and a number of armed ships. In total, the invasion force consisted of 31 captains, 31 ensigns, 28 sergeants and 467 soldiers. While this force anchored for 2 days near the mouth of Rio Nuevo, 3 English Coast Guard vessels chanced upon the Spanish but were chased away by gunfire. The English scouts, however, reported back to D'Oyly, who mustered all available militia and soldiers who were fit to fight. The Spanish in the meantime fortified the camp and were joined by around 50 tattered Spanish guerrillas. Battle: on the 25th of June, D'Oyly mustered a total of 700 soldiers and militia and 10 ships to transport them. The English troops disembarked near the Rio Nuevo. The English then captured the Spanish transports, sealing off any escape for the invaders. The Spanish, seeing this, attempted to make a stand behind the newly fortified redoubt. The English declined to come to grips and fired on the Spanish position with cannon and firelocks for 2 days. The superior firepower had a devastating effect, and the surviving Spanish attempted to break out. However, most were killed or captured. What was left of the invasion force fled into the hills and jungle. They had lost over 300 dead and wounded, mostly killed, and 150 prisoners, as well as 11 flags, 6 guns, and most of their arms and ammunition. English casualties numbered around 60. Most of the wounded on both sides did not survive due to tropical diseases. Aftermath: the victorious English conveyed the Spanish artillery back to the point and to Fort Cromwell, installing it into the defences. Isasi tried to keep the struggle up until he was finally defeated in 1660, finally having to escape Tower Island, flee to Cuba by canoe with his remaining supporters. In order to dissuade further Spanish attempts to retake Jamaica, the English under Christopher Mimes launched attacks on Spanish ports such as Santa Marta and Tolu, forcing the Spanish to the defensive. The Battle of Rio Nuevo was the last Spanish attempt to recapture Jamaica. The island would eventually be fully ceded to England by Spain in 1670 under the terms of the Treaty of Madrid. Battlefield today. A Rio Nuevo battle site heritage park and amp museum was opened in August 2009.